You know that feeling, right? That sudden stomach-dropping moment. You're at your door, key in hand, and it just won't turn.
Ugh, yes.
Or maybe it
It-
snaps clean off,
yeah.
or, maybe it's not a crisis, but you're thinking, okay, time to finally upgrade the security.
Right. Those moments where you need help and probably fast.
Exactly. And I find these services we only think about in a panic really fascinating. So, today, let's do a deep dive into something crucial but often overlooked: Locksmith.
And all the related lock and key stuff.
Yeah, specifically looking at services in two, well, quite different London areas, Brixton and Mayfair.
Very different vibes, yeah.
We've looked at service descriptions, customer reviews, even some local alternatives you might not think of. Our mission today is really to equip you, our listener, with a good sense of what makes a reliable lock and key service. We'll start with those urgent emergency calls.
Like when you're locked out in the rain.
Exactly. And then we'll broaden out, look at other options for, all sorts of lock and key needs, so you're never caught totally off guard.
And what's interesting here is beyond that immediate panic, there's this whole ecosystem of solutions.
Ecosystem, I like that.
Yeah, ways to handle things. We want to connect the dots, really, between the super fast response you need sometimes and maybe longer-term security thinking and just the sheer variety of ways you can actually secure your place.
Okay, that sets the scene perfectly. Let's dive into that first scenario.
Yeah.
The immediate crisis. You're locked out, or maybe a lock is broken and needs fixing now.
Right, the urgent stuff.
Our source is especially for a company called Locksmith for London. They operate in both Brixton and Mayfair. They kept making a few key promises. So imagine you're in Brixton, late evening, key snaps. What's the absolute first thing on your mind?
How quickly can someone get here before I freeze or miss my meeting?
Exactly. And both sources for Brixton, that's SW2 and SW9, and for Mayfair, they consistently push this guaranteed 20-minute arrival time. Anywhere in London, they say.
20 minutes. That's ambitious.
It is. What's the real significance of that, do you think? Beyond just, the less waiting around stressed.
Well, that 20 minutes, it's not just about comfort, though. That's huge. It's a serious safety thing.
Okay.
Think about it, locked out late at night. Or maybe bad weather. Being exposed isn't great. And for a business, if your shop door is stuck open or shut...
Yeah. Lost time, lost money, security risk.
Precisely. Every minute counts.
Yeah.
So that rapid response drastically cuts down the risk, the potential damage. It signals they're, well, really organized, not just making a wild promise.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, next big worry: cost.
Always.
We've all heard the horror stories, haven't we? The emergency call-out fee sounds okay, then suddenly the bill is massive.
Oh, yeah. Hidden charges, inflated parts costs.
But these services, they explicitly state prices from only $29, and crucially, no hidden fees and unbeatable value.
That no hidden fees part is vital.
Why is that so fundamental, especially when you're feeling a bit vulnerable, stuck outside your house?
Because it tackles that fear head on. The fear of being taken advantage of when you're desperate.
Right.
A lot of less scrupulous places might quote a low call out just to get their foot in the door, literally. Then bang, the price for the actual work or the parts skyrockets. An explicit no hidden fees promise suggests transparency. It builds trust. It implies the price they quote up front is likely very close to what you'll actually pay. You feel like you're buying a solution, not getting trapped.
Okay, transparency is definitely key. So you've got speed, you've got clearer pricing. What about the actual work? You want it done right, not just fast.
Absolutely. A quick fix that breaks again next week is useless.
The sources mention 15-plus years of experience for the locksmiths. They say technicians are fully certified, insured, and vetted. And for Mayfair specifically, they added DBS checked.
Right, the disclosure and barring service check. That's important for letting someone into your home or business. Peace of mind.
Definitely. They claim they've done and seen it all. Simple lockouts, but also tricky stuff like UPVC door and window locks. What does that level of experience really mean for me, the customer, if I've got, say, a complex UPVC door lock problem?
Oh, it's huge. That experience can be the difference between a simple fix and a costly replacement.
How so?
Well, someone less experienced might just drill the lock out. Quick for them? Maybe, but then you have to buy a whole new lock mechanism.
Right, more expensive.
But a locksmith with 15 years under their belt, they've likely seen that exact UPVC mechanism dozens, maybe hundreds of times. They might know how to open it non-destructively, maybe pick it, or repair the internal gearbox without wrecking anything.
Ah, non-destructive entry. That sounds much better.
It saves you money and hassle. And UPVC doors, they often have these multi-point locking systems, right? Securing the door top, middle, and bottom.
Yeah, mine does.
If those go wrong, maybe the door drops slightly or the mechanism fails, it takes real know-how to fix it properly without damaging the door or the frame. That's where the 15 years really pays off. Specialist knowledge.
Okay, that's a really clear benefit. Now, this next point really stood out to me. It speaks to confidence, I think. The guarantee.
Ah, yes, the warranty.
They offer a 1-year guarantee on all services, or specifically in the Mayfair info, 12-month guarantee on parts and labor. If something goes wrong related to their work, they'll come back and fix it. Free.
That's a strong promise in this field.
How significant is that, really? Given that sometimes a quick fix might not last.
It's very significant. It tells you they're confident in the quality of the parts they use and the skill of their technicians.
Okay.
Think about it. If they're willing to stand by their work for a whole year, they're probably doing it right the first time. Using decent parts, not cheap stuff that'll fail.
Right. Otherwise, they'd be constantly going back for free repairs.
Exactly. It reduces their risk, too, by ensuring high standards. For you, the customer, it shifts the focus from just getting back inside to getting a lasting solution. It's proper peace of mind.
It does feel more like an investment then, and their scope seems pretty wide, too.
Yeah, they mentioned residential, commercial.
Block repairs, replacements, security upgrades, those specialized UPVC locks we talked about. They even mentioned specific Brixton spots, like near Brixton Academy, Electric Avenue, Brockwell Park. So quite geographically specific, too.
Some local knowledge.
And they included some real-world examples, too, quotes from customers.
Ah, testimonial.
Yeah. Someone called John D. praised the speed and professionalism. Emma R. was happy with high-security locks for her office. And a Mike W. specifically mentioned they sorted his UPVC door lock issue easily.
That helps, doesn't it? Hearing from actual people.
It makes it feel more grounded than just promises on a webpage.
Okay, so that covers the emergency side quite well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The speed, the cost, the skill, the guarantee.
The whole emergency package, yeah. But what about when it's not an emergency? What if you just need a spare key cut? Or you lost your car keys, but you're not stranded right now?
Right, the everyday stuff.
Let's explore that quieter side of things, especially looking at the Mayfair sources, which gave some interesting local options.
Okay, so beyond the 24/7 emergency call-out.
Exactly, like simple key cutting. You probably don't need an emergency locksmith for that, right?
Generally, no.
In Mayfair, the source pointed to Romany's on Shepherd Street, described as a big independent ironmongery supplier. They do key cutting, apparently quick and affordable, often while you wait, near Green Park Station.
Ah, traditional ironmonger.
What's special about getting a key cut at an ironmonger like that compared to, say, a booth in a supermarket?
Well, an ironmonger like Romany's is a specialist. They live and breathe hardware, locks, keys. So first, they'll likely have a much wider range of key blanks. Think older locks, unusual keys, maybe even high security types that a standard kiosk just won't have.
Right, not just the common house keys.
Exactly. And second, the staff usually have deeper knowledge. They understand lock mechanisms better, which can lead to a more precise, higher quality cut, less likely to stick or fail.
So, better expertise and better stock.
Pretty much. You get expert advice, maybe discuss the lock it's for, and often a better quality key cut while you wait. It's a good combo of convenience and quality, especially for anything slightly out of the ordinary.
Makes sense. Okay, next one. Car keys. A common headache. Lost them, broken them.
Oh, don't remind me. Modern car keys are complex things too.
Totally. So the sources gave two main options in the Mayfair context. First, a physical shop, Timpson. They do auto key replacement cutting and programming keys and fobs, often same day.
Timpson are well known for key cutting generally, yeah.
But then there's an alternative, Mobile Key Solutions. They operate across central London, and they come to you.
Ah, the mobile option.
Right, on-the-spot replacement for lost, broken, spare keys, even the fancy new smart keys. What are the pros and cons here? Mobile versus going to a shop for car keys.
This really highlights how different needs drive different solutions. Modern car keys aren't just metal, are they? They have transponder chips.
Right, the electronic bit.
That chip needs to be programmed to talk to your car's immobilizer. It's not just cutting. It's electronic synchronization using special diagnostic gear.
Okay.
So the mobile service, like Mobile Key Solutions, offers massive convenience. They come to your car, wherever it is. Huge plus if the car won't start because you've lost the only key. Saves towing costs, saves hassle.
Definitely see the appeal there.
The potential downside, maybe just maybe, a physical shop like Timpson might have a slightly wider range of very old or obscure key blanks physically in stock, or perhaps slightly more specialized equipment for really niche brands just because they have a fixed base.
So, mobile is about speed and convenience, especially if you're stuck. The shop might cover slightly rarer cases if you can get the car there.
That's a fair summary. The mobile guys prioritize solving the problem right where you are. The shop offers a fixed point with potentially broader but less mobile resources. It's a trade-off based on your specific situation.
Gotcha. Okay, last scenario here. What if you want to buy a new lock? Non-emergency, don't need a key cut, just want to upgrade security yourself, maybe change the locks after moving.
DIY security upgrade or just buying the hardware.
Again, the Mayfair source mentions Romani's on Shepherd Street. They stock a wide range of locks, padlocks, security hardware.
Back to the ironmonger. Makes sense.
And it also highlighted an alternative. E.K. Wilson & Sons Ltd. On Old Brompton Road, described as a highly rated independent hardware store known for a big range and helpful staff.
Good old independent hardware stores. Sometimes the best places for advice.
Exactly. So beyond just selling you a lock off the shelf, what kind of expert advice could you realistically expect from places like these? How can they help you choose the right thing?
This is where they really add value. It's about getting informed choice.
Right.
Staff in specialist ironmongers or good hardware stores can actually talk you through the options. Explain the difference between, say, a standard Yale lock and a British Standard 3621 insurance-rated lock.
The insurance requirements are important.
Very. They can explain multi-point locks, maybe discuss smart lock options, advise on the best type for your specific doorwood, UPVC, composite, or for a gate or a shed. They can look at your situation.
So it's a consultation, almost.
Yes, a practical one. They might offer tips on fitting it yourself, or be honest and say, look, for this type, you really should get a professional fitter. You get hands-on advice that you just don't get clicking buy online. It empowers you to make a smarter security choice.
That's really valuable. Okay, so we've covered emergencies and the more everyday needs. Let's try and pull this all together. What are the key takeaways for you, the listener, trying to navigate all this?
Well, stepping back a bit, I think the biggest thing is understanding that different situations need different services. Don't just Google locksmith and pick the first one for every problem.
Right. Match the service to the need.
Exactly. That emergency locksmith, the 24/7 rapid response type, is absolutely vital for crises. You need their speed, their specialist tools, especially for things like UPVC doors, and you want that guarantee.
Okay.
But for routine things, key cutting, getting a spare car key when you're not stranded, buying a new lock to fit yourself, knowing about your local ironmonger or a good hardware store, even a mobile car key specialist can often save you time, definitely save you money, and give you tailored expertise.
So it's about having a plan almost. Knowing your local options before you need them.
Precisely. Being prepared, not just reactive.
Okay, so let's summarize those crucial points to keep in mind.
Go for it.
First, response time, especially in emergencies. That 20-minute promise we saw, it's not just convenient, it's a safety factor.
Critical.
Second, price transparency. Look for that no hidden fees promise. It protects you when you're vulnerable.
Absolutely essential.
Third, experience and certification. You want skilled, trustworthy pros. That 15-plus years, DBS checks, they matter, especially for complex locks.
Means competence and trust.
Fourth, guarantees, warranties. That 1-year promise. That's your assurance of quality work and parts. Real peace of mind.
Shows they stand by their work.
And finally, knowing specialized versus general services. When do you need the emergency expert versus the key-cutting shop, the car key mobile unit, or the hardware store advisor? Making that distinction saves time, money, and gets you the right help.
Spot on. Understanding that difference is key.
So hopefully this deep dive has shown that, this whole world of locks and keys doesn't have to be such a mystery.
Yeah, it's manageable with a bit of knowledge.
With the right info, you can be ready for, well, pretty much anything from that sudden lockout panic to just planning a security upgrade, knowing who to call and what good service looks like.
And it brings up an interesting thought to leave you with, actually.
Ooh.
Because everything gets more digital. Smart homes, biometric locks, super complex security systems are becoming more common, right?
Yeah, definitely.
How do you think the role of the traditional locksmith is going to change? Will they need completely new skills? Will we be calling an IT technician instead of someone with lockpicks in the future? What challenges and opportunities does that create for keeping our homes and businesses secure?
That's a really interesting question, the digital locksmith. Fascinating.
Something to ponder.
Definitely. Well, we hope this deep dive gave you a bit of a shortcut to feeling more informed and maybe spark some curiosity about these systems that, quietly keep us safe every day. Thanks for joining us.